In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Casio G-Shock GD-100 Military Series watch. So from a design point of view, as you can see, you probably can't see it too well on camera, it's olive green. It does look almost black in some lighting conditions. You've also got the double clasp strap. You've got the module number 3263. You've got the negative display here. One thing I can say about the negative display, in good lighting you can see it fairly clearly, as you can see on camera as well, but I do struggle in the dark, unfortunately. Compared to my G-Shock with a non-negative display, I would say during the day the numbers are more prevalent on this negative display, but in darker lighting conditions I would say the normal display is better by quite a big margin, but in daylight it does hold an advantage over the normal non-negative display. Unfortunately there is a lime scale issue I'm having at the moment. As you can see, there's little white particles around the edges of the watch and some behind it. Obviously the main cause of the issue is putting it in water, and when you don't dry it off properly then you get limescale which accumulates on the watch. Even though I do wipe the watch down, as you can see there's still limescale left. It is very difficult to remove, so what I recommend is maybe some light limescale remover to get rid of it or reduce the appearance. Just washing it and drying it doesn't really do the trick. It is quite stubborn, to be honest with you. In terms of functionality of the watch, it's quite basic, but to be honest with you, I don't think most people use half the features on most G-Shock watches as well. So as you can see on the display, you've got the date, the day, the time. You've also got a seconds counter. It is visual, and it's quite a nice way to count the seconds and provide you with more of like a visual implementation. I'll take you through some of the basic modes. So this here is the world time function. You can set the watch to various time zones if you wish, and you can change it whenever you're traveling, which is quite useful. So there's no need to mess about and change the time, because it's already got saved time zones, which is quite nice. And then you've got your alarm. What I like about the alarm is that it also flashes if you wish, and it uses the LED backlight, which is quite cool. Then here you've got your standard timer. You can set the time obviously, and then it counts down and it notifies you with repetitive beeps. Then you've got the stopwatch, which is quite useful, and then back to the main mode. One thing I forgot to mention, for example, whenever you set an alarm, it would highlight in these bars here, which is quite good. You can also mute the watch. In terms of visibility of the actual light, I can give you a demonstration now. As you can see, it's quite luminant, which is very nice to see, so no problem. So in terms of battery life, it's supposed to have a 7-year battery life, but various G-Shock users have reported that their watches last much longer. One person even claims, even though it's not a solar powered watch, that it went for about 20 years before it stopped working. So that's quite impressive. To be honest, 7 years is very impressive as it is anyway. I think most people would be bored of their watch by then and would probably want to get a different model. In terms of how tactile the buttons are, you do have to use a bit of force to push it. It can be a bit difficult to press sometimes, but I guess that makes it more durable. In terms of structure and feel, it's matte, it feels nice and rubbery, so it's quite nice to the touch. I'll also show you how it looks on my wrist as well. It is quite a big G-Shock watch compared to some of the other watches, but to be honest, I don't feel the weight so much. I think it's quite comfortable. So yeah, as mentioned, this is how it looks on my wrist. It looks quite stylish and different compared to some of the other G-Shock watches. I like how it's styled like a military watch. It really does stand out. And it's got quite a funky look, I would say. That's about it for this review. I hope I've given a little bit of an insight towards the watch. And take care, guys.